Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in travel news we have Norwegian Cruise Line. They have a brand new ship, the Norwegian Aura, and it's available to book now. It will set sail for its first voyage in May of 2027. It's going to home port in Miami in June of 2027, and it's going to be the largest and longest in the fleet. It's going to have 7-day, in the beginning, it's going to have 7-day Caribbean sailings with stops at their private island, Great Stirrup Cay. And that is going to be newly enhanced as of June of 2026 this year. And they're going to have a new 1-acre pool, Great Life Lagoon, Great Tides Water Park, and more slides than any other NCL ship, thrilling ropes course, overhanging cabanas, and more. I don't know what the more is, but it sounds exciting. Also, NCL, known for their casual dining experience, has announced in their most recent commercial that you can wear flip-flops in the main dining room now. How do you feel about that? I enjoy dressing up personally, but I can see coming back from a long day in port somewhere and want to just take a shower and dress casual and go to dinner. I can see that, so I'm going to be okay with that. How about you? This was announced in their new commercial saying it's different out there. If you've watched John Heel from Carnival's Facebook, he calls it his 3-minute video. He did a poll recently asking people if they thought it was acceptable to wear jeans and flip-flops in the main dining room, and reviews for that was mixed. The answers came back very mixed. It's a controversial thing. Some people are heated about it, others are okay with it. What do you think? I think it's a personal preference thing. Also, beginning January 26th, which was last month, all guests booking air travel through NCL will be required to arrive to their port destination a day early. So you can't book it if you're not going to come in a day early. And this is because NCL says we know that flight delays, particularly day of sailing, day arrivals of the day of sailing, have in some cases resulted in guests missing their embarkation for their cruise and having to downline to a later port of call to get on the ship. This update reflects our shared goal of protecting clients' vacations by allowing more time for unexpected travel disruptions, which we know happens, such as flight delays, weather interruptions, ensuring a smoother, more relaxed start to their cruise journey. I think after this year, weather storms, I think it's prompted, it's going to prompt a lot of cruise lines to want you to come in a day early. But it's great to do that because if you do, I know when I go in a day early, my most recent cruise, I was in Port Canaveral and I totally enjoyed a day of relaxing. I didn't have to feel rushed to get to my hotel. I got to have some time by the pool. I enjoyed the local areas. Port Canaveral, I went to Ron John's, Cocoa Beach area. It's wonderful there, the Space Center. And, then back to the hotel for some dinner and relaxing drinks maybe. And then a good night's sleep. And then the next day I get an Uber, go to my port of call, where I'm going to embark. And I embark relaxed and like super excited to get on the ship and not feeling like I have to take a nap right when I get on. So I do enjoy flying in the day before. And in Windstar Cruises, they just christened their new ship, the Star Seeker, in Miami. This ship is going to sail the Caribbean, Alaska, Japan, and Southeast Asia. They feature on this new ship 122 suites, 5 restaurants, the largest spa in their fleet, and the Star Seeker is the 7th ship in Windstar's fleet. It'll be followed by its twin, the Windstar Explorer, this coming December, and both ships carry just 224 guests each, allowing them to sail into smaller ports of call, which if you don't need a mega ship and you don't need all the water park areas and all the extras that mega ships have, if you're not interested in that, maybe a small ship cruising would be nice for you because you do go into smaller ports where it's more immersive with local cultures, and it's not as commercialized in those smaller ports. So you may enjoy that experience. This marks a new era for WinStar as it expands its fleet for the first time since it's added 3 sailing yachts. And their sailing yachts are gorgeous. Azamara Cruises launched an $80 million enhancement program for its fleet, marking the most extensive renovations in its company history. With upgrades such as new nightlife adventures, a new dining experience, refurbished staterooms, and upgraded public areas. So if you enjoy Azamara, you just want to try something new, you may enjoy that. Royal Caribbean. The Royal Caribbean Group has announced a new loyalty program called Points Choice. Now, you might have got an email on this if you sail with Royal Caribbean, and that's going to be combining the benefits of their 3 cruise line, which is Royal, Celebrity, and Silver Sea. The program allows cruisers to earn points that can be applied to any of the 3 programs, but you have to apply them and let them know about it within 2 weeks after sailing, so that's important. Points Choice builds on the Status Match program that Royal already has, starting with sailings departing on or after January 30th of 2026. So it's already happening. And their Status Match program is where if you're Diamond on Royal Caribbean, you'll be that same classification on Celebrity and Silver Sea. So that's nice. If you sail with Royal, it'll be a great experience to have your Points Choice because you can apply them to any one. You don't have to have it on. Used to be whatever points you accrued on Royal, you couldn't use on Celebrity, and people were frustrated with that. So they've listened to you if you've done the surveys. Royal Caribbean has also reversed its decision on removing that they had removed vegetables that were previously included in the hibachi restaurant Izumi, and they'd begun charging for them. Well, they listened to the surveys. So do your surveys after your cruise. Always do your surveys. And customer complaints were heard. They put them back as an included part of the dinner. So remember to always do your surveys. I never used to when I first started cruising like 20-something years ago. I didn't bother with the surveys, and I sure didn't fly in a day before my cruise. I have learned since then, fly on the day before, and I have also decided to start paying attention to those surveys. And I also name whoever has done a great job for me because they want to know the experience. They may even promote them and give them raises according to that. So you don't want to chance it. Always give a member on board the ship their due credit. If they have done a great service for you, let them know by the survey, know by name. And they do read these. Just so you know, the cruise ships do read these. Holland Cruise Line, they will be adding 150 new culture tours to their excursion experience. So if you're wanting to taste a taste of local flavor, you might want to consider sailing with Holland. They are more immersive with local culture than regular guided tours are. And in Granada is on a level 2 alert now, so be cautious if you're visiting the island. If you're sailing there in 26, your itinerary may be changed. So always remember when you're sailing to be flexible. Changes do have to happen periodically. And remember, the best way to stay safe is to stay in groups or take a guided tour when you're someplace like that. And make sure you stay safe. Always travel safe. Aruba has a brand new resort. Now, if you like the island of Aruba, which I do, Joya Aruba by Iberostar is an all-inclusive resort. You can make reservations now with them. They are located right on Eagle Beach, which is a beautiful beach. Joya offers all-inclusive, all-suite accommodations with ocean views, 3 restaurants, 5 bars, including a rooftop bar restaurant, infinity pool bar, and activities, and a spa with ocean view cabanas. That would be great, having a massage on the beach in a cabana. Free private round-trip transfers from and to the airport. That's great. Aruba has almost no rainfall, too. They have maybe 5 days of rainfall out of the year, if even, and they only have a 1% crime rate. So it makes that island a very safe island to travel to. So if you're looking for a safe place to go, Aruba might be a choice for you. And you have beach days, good beach days every day. Airlines, well, they've been scrambling to reboot after this winter storm Fern. It was Fern freeze. This particular winter storm that swept the nation actually paralyzed travel hubs from the southern plains to the northeast, triggering the most severe aviation disruption since the pandemic. Wow. I think that's why Norwegian Cruise Line decided, hey, we're going to require our people that are booking air through us to fly in a day early. They're trying to protect you, really. So if you've purchased insurance, this is never before. This is important to purchase travel insurance nowadays. But you need to have purchased your insurance before they name the storm. For the insurance companies, this is important. Your plan will likely has coverage for winter storms if you bought the insurance ahead of time. This can include coverage for cancellations, interruptions, delays, and misconnections depending on your plan type. So always choose a plan that has all the coverage that you're wanting to have. And it covers like weather interruptions, strikes, pandemic, if possible. Some insurance companies will have a clause that you can add in there for pandemic and cancel for any reason insurance clause. If you experience trip disruptions, please keep a track of carrier communications and receipts and reach out to your travel insurance provider as soon as possible to confirm what benefits are covered and start filing your claim. Mexico has banned vapes. As of January 16th, Mexico has implemented a nationwide ban on the import, sale, manufacture, and advertising of vapes and e-cigarettes, following a constitutional reform aimed at protecting public health. This ban applies to all the states in Mexico, not just specific regions. The ban encompasses all forms of electronic cigarettes and vaping devices, including disposable and refillable products, liquid and non-liquid nicotine. It includes beaches, parks, and hotels, too, so don't think you're going to be okay in those areas. And specifically, cruise passengers bringing vapes ashore, please know that in any Mexican port, it's considered illegal, and you will have all of your items confiscated. You may be fined and potentially detained. Enforcement and penalties, fines can exceed $1,000 up to $20,000, and even jail time. So custom officials are authorized to seize any vaping devices upon entry into the country, travelers flying in, coming in by car. Either way, it applies to everything. The Mexican government said that the reason for this public health concerns, mainly exposure to youth. So they're concerned with their youth. Now, I did check into regular tobacco, and regular tobacco is still legal, but there are restrictions. You cannot smoke in any public area. So if you're going to light up, be sure you pay attention to whether smoking is permitted in the area that you're going to smoke. Well, I thank you for listening. If you like this and if it's been helpful, informative in any way, please consider subscribing. It does help the channel out, helps me grow. And I thank you, and I look forward to the next video with you on travel updates. Bye for now.